What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of B is for Build. In this episode, we're painting. Success! We got here before the windshield install guy. One thing I wanted to say before I get started on the car and I forget is that I would like to meet up with some of you guys on the way down south. We just don't know if there's gonna be time. If anybody didn't know, the idea behind this build was I was challenging myself to build the whole car in 21 days so we could road trip it down to Disneyland for spring break. Chelsea has spring break off. She's a teacher, if you guys didn't know that. And so she has spring break off and we're gonna spend it in Disneyland, whether or not the car's done or not. But I'd love to road trip it down and meet up with some of you guys if we have time. So the way to know where we're gonna meet, if it's gonna happen, etc., just follow me on Instagram. Super simple. B is for Build on Instagram. If I pick a location, I know we're gonna be able to make it. I'll post like once or twice and say, you know, here's where we're gonna meet and blah blah. And it's always a really fun time. It's always a really cool time. We just hang out, talk, take pictures, autographs if anybody wants them, you know, that type of stuff. And just, you know, kind of hang out for the night. It's always a really great time. So keep an eye out on there if you're interested in meeting up. All right, I'm gonna start. The next thing I gotta do is get the dust off of here. So I'm gonna do a little blow down and then wet rag and just clean all the dust off I can. We wanna bring as little dust into the paint booth as possible. And while that's going on, the windshield guy should be here and replace that windshield. Oh man, that was really cool. So the guy that came and did the install, he was also the same guy that helped me remove the windshield from the Aston Martin. And he was like, oh yeah, I saw myself on your last video. My son's friend watches the show. Very, very cool. Huge thanks to him for coming out and doing the windshield. We got a brand spanking new windshield in the car. Now I'm gonna go get breakfast since it's lunchtime. And then I'm gonna get all this dust and crap off the car. Managed to get a lot of the dust off of the car. That's a great first step. Next will be wax and grease remover that we'll do inside the paint booth. Took the front bumper off because we're gonna wanna lay plastic underneath all of that stuff and then throw the front bumper back on because I don't wanna paint through the bumper and hit things like the oil coolers and everything else. I assume those are oil coolers, I'm not really sure. And the grill had to come out of the front bumper, so took that out. Next thing I wanna do is these panels over here. Anytime that you have a panel where the one on the bottom is ducking under the one on top, we gotta go ahead and fix this before paint because you can imagine if I painted it like this, the paint's not gonna get all of that in there, and then when I go to straighten it out, it'll look funny because it'll be unpainted. So the best way to fix these, I've talked about this a lot, is you come in from the back and you use what's called a speed nut. That's like a clip that comes on here, it's got a hole in it. You drill a hole in both the pieces and then you bolt them together and then they'll sit flush like that. So I'm gonna do that on both sides. These U-clip assortments, or they call them speed nuts. Sometimes assortments come at a lot of different hardware stores. You can find them pretty easily, and they're pretty cheap. And they're really, really hard to snap shut. So, just, you know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, those you can. I advise having a set around your shop if you do body work very frequently. Speaking of body work, that fender's barely hanging on. But anyways, I think it's time to get the car into the paint booth. Let's do it. Actually, before we bring the car in, I should do some handiwork with this here hose. It may seem strange, but there's a really good way to keep dust and stuff out of there, which is to wet the floor and first clean the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray from the back to the front, out the front door, cleaning the floor. And then once the car is in here, we'll wet the floor before we paint. That way, if any dust kind of falls down, it stays in the water. All right, time to get the car. All right, we got the car in the shop, got the floors wetted. It's absolutely freezing. It's really cold. We're just a couple degrees above freezing temperatures. It was really supposed to warm up. It did not, so, or at least it doesn't feel like it did, but we gotta paint now. We don't really have a choice, so that's when it's gonna happen. I will say, little motivational speech here is I've notice myself, I'm slowing down a little bit as the time gets closer and closer to the big thing that I gotta do, the risky thing, the thing I'm nervous about doing. And this happens to me a lot. Like when I'm working on an engine and it's like finally time to like start the car and drive it away, things start to slow down. And it's like, well, why did they happen? It's because you're trying to delay the part where you're gonna find out whether or not it's time to be sad or time to be happy. You're worried about the just emotional distress that's gonna happen if you screw the thing up. With this car, if I mess up this paint job, it's not only the money gone for the paint, it's all of the circumstances that happen after that. We've already scheduled our vacation, hotels are bought, so not driving the car means that the bill doesn't get finished, and then I just fly off to California. Not to mention the price of flying off, that shit's expensive. So there's a lot riding on this paint job, but I do have faith in myself, and I just keep reminding myself, just do your best. Just do your best, because that's all you were gonna do in any other circumstance. You can go as slow as you want, you're still eventually gonna have to do it, and then you just do your best, or you can just do your best right now. So that's what I'm doing. Next step, we gotta mask off the car and throw our filter and our fan in that back window. That door is not going up or down anymore, so that's stuck there. I'm gonna add in a little bit more water on the floor actually, so I lied. The door's gonna go up just to bring the hose in, snake the hose down, wet the floors a little bit, mask off the car and that fan hole, cover it up. Filter and fan. And then we're ready to get really down to brass tacks. Or paint tacks. Just, you know, I should be doing my taxes as well. Damn it, why did I remember that? We're getting very close to paint time. I got the car masked up. I got the rear spoiler hanging over there. I got the front lip here. I got the two things here. Kind of setting up this table. Still working with where I want to position that, but that's roughly this space. Let me talk about the guns that we're going to be using. Astro Pneumatic is the brand of the gun that I've been using in the past. I used their Euro Pro Evo T gun before. They were kind enough to send me a bunch of stuff for this whole paint booth. They just sent me a letter, said congratulations on buying the house. Hope this helps with the paint booth. And they sent me so much stuff like these hangers, this gun, these regulators, air filters, all sorts of great stuff. So huge thanks to them. I'll put a link in the description. I highly recommend their guns. I've used them before and they're great. So they threw me this gun, and this is a primer gun that I'm going to be using. It's new to me, but a 1.3 mil tip for primer is a little bit small, so this is a little bit larger tip, and that helps you spray that primer out a little bit better because it's a little bit thicker. But it also uses a lot of air, and we don't have a ton of air, so I'm going to have to be careful with this and make sure if my air pressure drops that I notice it. The other gun that I bought recently is this gun, and this is a DeVilbiss GTI Pro Light, and this is a what they say with the T110 tip, and they say that this is a really good gun for people in my situation, beginning painters. It paints on real light and real fine, and easier to not get too much buildup and too much runs. So it is a little sketchy using a new gun, but I got to use it sometime. Probably shouldn't use it on the most expensive paint I've ever had, but I will just spray some test panels, aka the wall, and I'll get it dialed in. So basically this will be for the primer, this will be for the color and the clear coat. So last thing I got to do to have this room ready is I'll probably kick on the fans and do the wax and degreaser, and then we'll be ready to spray primer. Astro Pneumatic also sent me this awesome funny looking suit. I think I like it way too much. It is now time to spray base coat. From here on out, it's I'm gonna say it's out of my hands, but it's not out of my hands. I'm just saying I did the right amount of prep. Here goes nothing. Well, I wish I had a good update for you guys, but I definitely don't. I got a bunch of fisheyes in the front bumper. I painted the lip, the spoiler, and the front bumper, and the headlight buckets, headlight covers. Everything but the front bumper seems to have turned out all right, but the front bumper is just chaos right now. It's got a million fisheyes in it. I don't know what's causing them. I think it's something that was probably on the surface, considering the other ones are just fine. So here's my strategy. Last time I had fisheyes in some primer, what I did was I used the fisheye eliminator, mixed that in with my primer, did a nice light mist coat. You gotta let everything fully dry. So let the primer on there right now fully dry, mist coat, let that fully dry. Then I'm gonna come in and do another coat with the fisheye eliminator on there. And I'm gonna hope it salvages this. If not, we're completely done for the day because I gotta wait for the primer to dry and sand it off. All right, well the fisheye eliminator trick seems to have worked once again. We got the fisheyes out of the front bumper. It's a little rough textured right now, so I'm gonna get another coat on there where it's still wet. That'll help it self-level down. And then I gotta get the whole rest of the car primered. It's getting real late tonight. Once again, always the story. I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's just keep painting the car. Let's do this. I think we got a good thing going here. We've got primer on the car. Kind of looks like a Supra right now with the giant gaping holes in the thing. But yeah, we got primer on the car. Was able to salvage the front bumper. It's very cold out right now, so the paint isn't drying very fast, which is kind of a bummer. So right now it's doing a lot of its self-leveling stuff. It actually looks kind of strange, but it's doing its drying up process. I accidentally stuck my fingers in it to test if it was dry. Definitely wasn't. It looked dry. I don't know. Overall, the paint booth is kind of a type of situation. It is not as clean. The air is not as clean as I would have hoped, and there is more debris kind of in the air landing on the car than I ever would have wanted. But the ventilation is great. The amount of ventilation that we have is really great, and that's really important because it's not dangerous. It's not as dangerous, at least, and I don't have to worry about blowing myself up. So it's a give and take type of situation, but this room's gonna need a lot more work to be what I want it. It needs the drop ceiling. We need drop ceiling, ducted ventilation, and a lot more drywall. I think once I have that, then I can really get what I expected out of this. But it's okay for now. This is definitely still a good paint job. It's still something to be proud of. But there are gonna be some, it's not spotless. It looks like it was painted in a garage rather than it looks like it was painted in a professional paint booth. And call me crazy, I had high expectations. I wanted this to look like it was painted in a professional paint booth. So I gotta give this like 30 more minutes for the primer to dry. This primer is gonna take forever to dry up. Then we can spray our base coat. So next thing you're gonna see is that red base coat. Ooh, I'm excited for that red color. That's gonna look good. Sure, my face looks interesting. Oh, did I just get paint on myself? Anyways, it's 12:15, I'm starving, but we have paint on the car and it's really starting to look good. So I'm back on the happy mode. The base coat covered up a lot of the imperfections in the paint so far. Hopefully the clear will continue to cover more up, but overall I'm really excited. The other thing that I did, I was chatting with Chelsea on a break and I was telling her about how much particulate is in the air and landing on the thing, and I think it's because those fans up by the ceiling are just blasting so hard, such high volume, not high volume, but just high speed air around that is knocking particulate around onto the paint job. And she said, just turn it off. And so I did. So now it's just the fans sucking the overspray out. Now we have a little bit more overspray buildup, but there's a lot less particulate landing on the car. So it's interesting. It's a change. It's totally against everything that I've learned about how to do these things, but it seems to be helping. So that's strange. So that's what I'm gonna do for the clear. Yeah, last step, I gotta let that dry and then we'll clear coat it. Just check the local weather. 35 and expecting snow in an hour. Fantastic. Just realized we were dangerously close to getting to a point where we can't paint anymore. Let's get that clear coat on, shall we? All right, we've got ourselves one very red car. Turned out all right. It's like 1:30, so I'm kind of in the mood to get home. Oh, this will be interesting. It's 1:37 and I'm out of gas. I did not even think about gas stations still being open. Got really lucky. I found one place in town that was open. Or at least I think they're open. In Oregon, you're not allowed to pump your own gas, so you can't just like roll up to a place that's in the middle of the night and pump gas. This is the official first day of spring break here in Oregon. And it's snowing. It's even sticking to the ground on the side of the road. How crazy is that? Also crazy, I just painted in this weather. That's not good. That's not a good idea. Oh well, at least the paint will have a long time to self-level out before it dries. Hopefully sometime tomorrow. Oh, I'm back home. It feels really good to be back home. That was a really, really long day. It was something I thought I was gonna be done by like 5, and now it's 2 a.m. So that was pretty crazy. But so Chelsea and I were just talking about the paint job, and it's an okay paint job. It's not the best paint job I've ever done. It's got too much particulate that landed in the paint. If it was done with the cheaper paint, if that was like $200 paint, it'd be a great paint job. The only thing that that's keeping me back from being really happy is that that's $1,000 of paint that I sprayed. We have a lot left over, but given that, I'm not ecstatic, but I'm happy. It's an okay paint job. So the car is painted. That's done. I put heaters in that room. It should keep it up to temperature so it'll dry and we can keep working on the car tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna get the tires put on the wheels. I'll show you guys the wheels and all sorts of other good stuff. But tomorrow's video might not come out tomorrow. I might have to start spacing them out. I'm not quite sure. It really depends on how things are going in the mornings, because normally I spend my mornings editing, but given that we only have 2 days to finish this build, I might need to spend my mornings at the shop working on the car. So I'll figure that out. You may see a video, you may not. But today was a win. Today was a big win. Huge thanks to our sponsor, JDM Buyer. There's a link in the description. Your #1 source for JDM parts. You can buy parts through their website directly from people in Japan and have them shipped over here. Check it out. I highly recommend it. That's how we got the car. And that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Peace!